Chicago Area Peace Action, or CAPA, is an organization that works to promote justice and peace by educating and mobilizing Chicago area residents and students to promote human and planet-oriented policies. Our students have been working for 6 months to make this event happen today, so activists in the Chicago area and beyond can talk about this pressing issue. I'm just going to start with some quick housekeeping. First, we do have transcriptions for our main room, which you can access by looking at the bottom of your screen if they haven't popped up yet. You'll see a button that says CC. Go ahead and click on that, and the captions should appear. If they do not, please send a private message to Charles Johnson. I'm going to ask he waves really quick. Yes, so message Charles Johnson, and he will be able to help you out. And if there are any other accessibility needs that you need that are not present, just go ahead and shoot me a message. We do ask that at all times that are not a Q&A or a discussion-based event, please keep yourselves on mute. We have sent out the program for today's event to all of you via email, but we will also be posting the event program link in the chat throughout the event, including now. Note that the listed Indigenous Resistance to Climate Catastrophe workshop happening tomorrow during 11:10 to 11:55 p.m. Will be instead 2 separate sessions. We're going to have one will be the importance of the Stop Line 3 movement. The other one will be Free West Papua, #land back and land stewardship. This entire event will be recorded and posted online. So if you are at all not comfortable with this, you are welcome to keep your camera off and change your name. I also want to give some quick thank yous. Thank you to our president, David Boris, our other main CAPA leader and board member, Marcia Bernstein, for their continued work. And once again, thank you, Charles Johnson, our organizing director, for all his work. Thank you to our co-sponsors who helped promote our event, including Peace Action National, Peace Action New York State, Massachusetts Area Peace Action, Extinction Rebellion Chicago, Schaumburg Area Progressives, Code Pink, the Chicago Committee Against War and Racism, Anakbayan Chicago, World Beyond War, Rising Tide Chicago, Fox Valley Citizens for Peace and Justice, and Peace Action Wisconsin. Thank you to all who donated for today's event. Every dollar sent to us is crucial to our peace work, especially our student chapters, our next generation of change makers. If you are able, we encourage all of you to please donate to us so we can keep this necessary work going. I want to thank our many speakers for taking the time to be here with us today. And most of all, I want to thank and spotlight the students who are running today's show. So these students represent Chicago Area Peace Action's 3 chapters, including DePaul, Loyola, and University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Student leaders work on a variety of issues related to the peace movement with the goal of creating a world built on justice, peace, and community. Chapter leaders dedicate their school year to managing a campaign, coordinating the work in their student chapters through protests, coalition building, educational events, lobbying members of Congress, and beyond. If you are a student in Chicago or the state of Illinois and you are interested in starting a chapter on your own campus, please reach out to me. You can reach me through CAPA@chipeaceaction.org. You can also learn more about our chapters through our website, www.chipeaceaction.org. Thank you so much again, and I will now hand things over to Samir, who will be reading our land acknowledgement.
Thank you, Liz. Hello, everyone. My name is Samir Muhammad. I am the president of Chicago Area Peace Action DePaul, and I will now begin to read the land acknowledgement. As a group of people dedicated to peace and peace building, we would like to start this year's Peace Summit event by acknowledging the land by which we are conducting this video call from today. Chicago Area Peace Action is based in the unceded homelands of the Council of Three Fires, the Ojibwe, the Potawatomi, the Odawa nations, as well as the Menominee, Miami, and Ho-Chunk nations. The name Chicago, Lake Michigan, as well as the names of many streets, parks, and other public spaces in the Chicago area originated from the indigenous people of this land. In fact, many of the roadways and means of travel were built on indigenous trails. Many centuries ago, Chicago, which refers to unceded indigenous territory east of Michigan Avenue, was a central trade hub for many tribes, and it was largely on indigenous infrastructure that the city continued to grow. This area was not only a place for trade, but also for gathering and healing. But as we all know, the indigenous people of this land were no longer able to live peacefully as settlers colonized the area. Currently, Chicago is home to 75,000 tribal members from over 150 tribes, but this pales in comparison to the many more indigenous people that once lived on the land we now call home. Much of this is due to the Indian Removal Act that was signed in May of 1830 by President Andrew Jackson, which proposed to remove all tribes living east of the Mississippi River. Following this act was the Treaty of Chicago in 1833, which forced people of the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, and Odawa nations from this land. Many suffered and died in the relocation process and faced hardship on the foreign land they were resettled to. With that, we would like to acknowledge the resilience of those that survived and made new homes, as well as the resistance of many. We believe solidarity with Indigenous communities goes beyond acknowledgement, but should include action as well. We encourage all attendees here to not only take time to further research the tribes whose land we are on by using the link in the chat, which will be up momentarily, but look up the website of local tribes whose land they are on and try to connect with them to learn what forms of solidarity they need. We encourage attendees to research the land back movement, which, while not representing one base idea of what defines land back, shows us various ways we can work with Indigenous stewards on Turtle Island in whatever way local tribes defined land back. Shy Nations Youth Council is a great resource and organization to connect with. And on the greater scale of movements near us, we encourage attendees to look into the Stop Line 3 and Stop Line 5 movement. Remember, solidarity is not a noun, it's a verb. Thank you. And with that, I hand it over to David, CAPA's president, to introduce the next segment of our event.